Ali, thank you very much for setting this up. I would like to do a very brief TitaniumGP presentation of a couple of the features that we have added since we last spoke. So let me bring GP real quick. And something that you guys remember, and I'm going to try to do it real quick. So I'm going to go into transaction sales, transaction entry. And I would like to create a template, but but this template is different from the previous one. So I'm going to go and try to paste. But before pasting, since there's no data on the clipboard, it will give me an option. Which kind of template do I want? So I'm going to say I want the update template. I want all fields. I click OK. Then I'm going to go into Excel, and I'm going to paste it right there. We have added the action column, which action, what it does, it helps me create some activity with the paste information. So before it was just to upload, but now we can just update the header or void a document or update a line, and we can even do a purchase if it was if we set up the order like that. So let me do a quick example. I'm going to go back into GP, and I'm going to go with the program that we all like called Smart List, and I'm going to try to select a couple of the orders that I already have in the system by going into the sales and then sales transaction. And once it show up, I would like, for example, to some of these orders, I would let me add one column so we can do that. Not there. Sorry. I'm going to add a column called batch. And what I would like to do with this exercise is I'm going to update the batch of several orders all at the same time. So I'm going to do the batch, look for batch, add it to my smart list. I'm going to put it all the way to the top so it makes it's more visible. Thinking. And I'm going to click OK. And so we're able to go and see a lot of the sales documents that I currently have. So I'm going to start shrinking my list, and I'm going to say that I just want orders for this. So I'm going to search for the SOP type, and I'm going to say that I want only orders. Click OK. And I'm going to change the there too many. I'm going to click change the date. So you will see that I have all these orders that I would like to make some changes. So let's go and take all the ones that are 412. Oh, I moved my batch column. All right, let's add a column again. Sorry for that. Search, add it, and why not put it all the way to the top again? And click OK. And now, so we are looking for orders, and I would like to change all the orders that are in the shipping batch to fulfill. So I'm going to say where the batch number is equal to shipping. Once I have that order filtered out, I'm going to export them to Excel. All I'm looking for is this column. So I'm going to export it to Excel. And when it does that, I'm going to do some adjustment. So I don't need these columns. I'm going to delete them. Right now, the batch number is shipping. I'm going to add one more column here, and the shipping, and it says fulfill. My keyboard is not behaving correctly. Fulfill. All right, and then I'm going to put the action column, and I'm going to say update header, which is what I have here in my instructions. So I'm going to put here update header. I'm going to select this range, copy it all, select my range, and now I have an instruction in my template that says update the header to the batch field and to this order. So I'm going to go back into the sales transaction enter window. Just going to go ahead and paste. You might remember we are allowed to enter multiple orders and documents all at the same time. But this time, instead of, like I said, instead of importing, we are creating an update. And just to remember, we do update using eConnect. So when we do those changes, they will automatically get recalculated and entered by what Microsoft likes in order for us to touch the system. Just a quick note. This is supposedly a brand new computer, still very slow. I had it's a Microsoft Surface, and it got the battery inflated for whatever reason. So I had to get a new one. So it refreshes, and it says the documents that it got updated. So when I go into Smart List and I click refresh on this one, this batch shipping should have changed. Oh, but now it doesn't show, and the reason is because there's no shipping batch. So if I do least those documents are going to show up there, fulfilled, and I was able to update those orders. So if you are in the process with a warehouse and you have a warehouse that you need to move those orders and move them from one step to the other one, and that company using the batch ID, this will help all your users make those updates. Just a reminder for those who have not seen it, if you want to make a update of multiple transactions at the same time, there's a template. Just download the template and then you define, this is the header, this is the detail, and if you select the range, it will copy all that information into, you need to go into the right window. So if I'm going to import journal entries, just go into the general and then just go ahead and say paste. Titanium will grab all that information and understand where does it fit. Remember, we don't care the order location, so we can the column location, so we can move them and then put them on anywhere we want to. So at that point, we have the orders that we created and updated in there. So I have another feature that might come handy to the consultants or people that are making reports. This will be real quick. In TitaniumGP, this is a free tool. So you go into the GP resources, and when you're there, a window will pop up with all the tables and resources that the GP has. So if you want to do, for example, item master, it will locate the table for item master, which is IB 101. You double click it, and it will show you all the contents of the structure of that table, and it will tell you the possible values. Promise that this is a lot faster in a regular computer. You will have all the structure, the display name, etc., and the possible values. But the cool thing of this one is this button over here. So you click Show SQL, it will create a SQL statement for you where you are able to go in and run it and show what the item type. So if the item type has a 2, you will be able to see discontinue or etc. In addition to that, you will also have, for example, the account number and the account description. So creating reports or simply locating information for a support call will help you by doing this. Let me click here, preview. So you will be able to see how the table exists. So if it is a note and you have included the notes, you should be able to see the actual notes that were entered to the system. The item type is the regular field from GP, but this is the item type from Titanium that it will show you the user enter number 1, which means it's a sales inventory. You will also be able to see the accounts. So even though you have just the account index on the table, you will be able to see the actual account and the description of the account, and this is for all the accounts on that particular table. So all you need to do is just copy and send it, or go back to Excel. I'm sorry, to SQL Management Studio, and paste your script there, and then you just can remove the columns that you don't want. Start creating your report. So if I run it from there, I should be able to go and see the information with the proper column name, so you will be able to easily create reports. If you don't want certain adjustments, for example, you can say don't include the remove spaces from my field. You can say I don't want spaces in the name, so you can take it out. And you can also include don't calculate or don't convert this values because for whatever reason I don't need it. You can also say remove the GL accounts. I just want the index. And for example, we have here one that it converts the date. So GP has the times as daytime, even though they are always at midnight, 12:00. You can just do the conversion, and then you can include the node. So TGP resources gives you the ability to create SQL statements on the tables, and you should be able to generate easier the reports and especially locate and find out what is the meaning of those crazy names that we have in our tables and indicate. I'm sorry, and trying to find out exactly what it is, what the account describes. So these are the couple things that we wanted to share with the TM Guru team. I hope that you guys find this useful. Remember, the GP resources is free, so you should be able to download it and have it in your computer. To install it, just so you know, there's one button that the system will ask you, which is this one. It will say discover the resources. So when you first load it, it will be open here. You click here, and all the resources get loaded into a table. And so the search is a lot faster. So thank you very much for your attention. Feel free to contact us at info@TitaniumGP if you have any questions, and we'd be happy to take care of them.